Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the grand finals of Tenacious Turtle Tussle number 24. This is a bi-weekly open tournament. Every 2 weeks, we do host this event here at a more NA/Asia-friendly time zone. Despite that, we do have a European finalist. Let's go. As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Team Vitality. It is Ryung. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Streamer Zone. It is Gerald. Let us go again. What time is it in Poland, by the way? What? let's double check. Currently, it is 4 a.m. 4 a.m. in the morning. Probably very, very late here in the evening for Gerald, in the night, in the morning, I should say. Despite that, he's still rocking strong. He's still there. He's still sane. He can still play some StarCraft. And he's committed. He's committed here to the best of 5. Likewise, Ryung up bright and early this morning. Is well rested, I'm sure. Just had some coffee. Ready to go. As we are settling into our grand finals. As a reminder, it's going to be best of 5 grand finals here. Vetos have concluded, of course. Vetos are done. We have a map order. We are jumping into game number 1. Let's go. And if you're in the chats, before I get ahead of myself, before we get into our game here, if you're in the chat, it is time. It is Gamba time. Predictions are open. Place your bets for who you think will take the series. We'll look at the way of Ryung. We'll look at the way of Gerald. Best of luck in the chat. Let's go. Best of luck as we are going to be settling in to the turtle. For now, single gas. Racks expand here out of Ryung. Economic opener from our Korean Terran player. Meanwhile, Gerald, he is going for his own standard build. Gate, Cybercore into Nexus. Standard opener from Gerald. Something more economic here by Ryung. Is going Marine first as well. Once again, similar to what Uthermal went for last game, where Ryung, he skips the SCV scout, he skips the Reaper scout, he goes Marine into checking for proxy locations, into a bunker back at home, and a more secure 2-base setup. So the goal here, the Marines, they are unable to scout across the map, so they scout close by instead. They check the linear third, they check the 4th base location, and you can also check that triangular 3rd location as well. Just making sure there is no proxy, making sure that Ryung is safe and sound. Here we go. Don't worry, his Protoss. True, Protoss players are notoriously dominant in online tournaments. They do win almost every single online event. But despite that, I mean, again, Gerald, he is sleep deprived. You know, Ryung is coming in as the heavy favorites. True. In saying that, Nick Rat did take a game off of Ryung. True. Did happen. Did take a game and did force an ace match out of Ryung as well. So I want to believe that Gerald has it in him. I want to believe that he has it in him here to threaten Ryung. Do you want to believe? As for now, Ryung getting into his 1-on-1. We go. Hellions are moving out. I was referring to him being Protoss. Yeah, exactly. The Tenacious Protoss Cup. I mean, usually what I will say is that our typical champions here are not available. So usually who we would see in Tenacious Turtle Tussle is players like Bjorn, players like Estrella. Estrella is not here this time. There is no Estrella. There is no Bjorn. There is no Shin either. Who do we have instead? We have Gerald and Ryung. I'm actually not certain if Gerald has actually won a Tenacious Turtle Tussle before, so we might be crowning, I think we are crowning a new champion. We'll be crowning a new champion here. Let's go. As the Hellions are being forced back. Meanwhile, we do have a committed quadruple mine drop out of Ryung. Let's go. Is going for the quad mine drop. Is going to be spotted here by Gerald. Does spot the drop. Behind this, we do have our 3-1-1 setup. A Banshee follow-up here out of Ryung. Again, this is a very common setup here from the Korean Terran side of things, whether it's Maru, Bjorn, or Ryung as well. Going for the Banshee, but here come the Winter Mines. Oh, Medevac goes down. Oh, barely survives. The mines, they barely are dropped off. Mine drop goes off, takes out one Stalker, one Probe. Barely doesn't get anything else, so we do get one Winter Mine into the mineral line. And good reaction here by Gerald. He doesn't lose many workers. Only one probe has gone down so far. Soon to be 2. Nice on Burrow. Delaying and holding onto that mine trap for as long as possible. Oh my god. Yeah, Gerald's a little bit late to respond, a little bit late to react. Probe shot goes off, oh, sorry, mine shot goes off, kills the probe, and Gerald defends. Medevac barely gets out again. It was on 4 HP, 1 shot away from going down. It was so close. Gerald, he barely did not get it. And in the end, Ryung, he was able to trade. He was able to trade, get some probes, able to shave off some stalkers, and delay mining time. On top of that, he got a full scout, and here comes the follow-up. Here comes the next wave, the next push for Ryung. Gerald's back at home. He's going into his rushing into a bay, into Colossus production. You know what that means? That means that the Stalker army is going to be a little bit lacking. Just 2-gate blink into a bay, into Colossus. And the armies, they miss each other. Gerald, he's moving out towards the south. Ryung moving out towards the north. Ooh, and this is going to get a little bit rough here for Gerald as his third base is exposed. Hallucination comes in. He should recognize that the army is missing. And here comes Ryung going straight for the third. Do we recall? Do we commit? Army is revealed. Third base going to have to be evacuated. Stalkers, they catch reinforcements. They do take down one of the tanks. Tank goes down. Not bad. Boys are pulled away. Ryung is committed. He will take down the expansion. Third base will fall. And Gerald, he cannot save it. Not like this. But he can push into the natural, though. Goes for some SCVs. SCV's going to be going down. A couple of Marines do respond. But so far, good pickups here by Gerald. Gets 6, gets almost 7 SCVs. Trading with the army. Banshees, they dive into the main. There's nothing here in position. Forced to recall. It's going to be 4 probes going down. A good damage dealt here by Ryung. Forces the recall, which means Ryung, he can breathe. He can breathe back at home. He can now take his third base. Third base is almost done. Scans the natural. Gets eyes on the would-be Colossus production. And Gerald, he has to retake his third. As it all settles, Ryung is in a better position. He is ahead economically, I would say. We're even on workers plus mules. And the third base is actually faster for Ryung than it is for Gerald. So Ryung is in a better position. Likewise, his main army is still looking terrifying. He's got 2 tanks, he has 2 Banshees. His army has a lot of DPS, a lot of firepower, and he rotates through the center past the turtle. Goes past the turtle, knocks down the debris, and he's going for the third. And he's looking to knock it down once again. Here we go. He is making his way over. Tank sieging up. They do siege. Going for the expansion. Colossus trying to maintain themselves. Tank shots going off. The Nexus is going to go down. And again, Gerald, he just cannot fight against this. He cannot engage with the main army. Not against two tanks like this. It's not going to happen. Gerald, he's just being pinned in. He's just being starved out, I should say. As tanks are slowly pushing forward, getting within range of the production. On the bay. The bay is under fire. Tank shots going off. And Gerald, he's supply blocked as well. His supply blocked the bay within range of the tanks. Ay, ay, ay. It's going to be targeted down. No mas. Sentinel Lens is denied. Gerald trying to re-expand and take a third, going for the gold. Charge is done. Charge is completed, but Ryung, he's just rallying across the map at this point. He's just rallying across. Oh. Once again, massive tank focus on the army. And the Colossus, they just cannot get within range. Expansion is denied. And Ryung is pushing further in towards that natural, towards the robo. Pushing in towards the robo. There's 3 Colossus. That's a lot of Colossus, but again, they have no range, Pappy. They can't see. Catching transferring workers. Viking goes down. More assaults are warping in, but Ryung, he should be able to overwhelm this. Yeah, at this point, he can just stim in. Oh. As Zealous, they just crumble before the tanks. He dives up the Colossus. He gets 1, he gets 2. He's going to get all 3. All 3 Colossus do fall. GG gets called, and Ryung takes game number 1. GG. Just a very unfortunate start for Gerald. As a reminder, in the early game, if you recall, the armies, they passed by each other. They did pass by each other completely. Where if you remember, the Stalkers went towards the south, the tank-based army went towards the north, and Ryung was able to get on top of that third base and knock it down. Gerald did catch some reinforcements, true. Did catch some reinforcements. He got a tank, he got a couple of marines, but it just was not enough damage. And as a result, wasn't not enough damage. As a result, again, Ryung, he just maintained a lead. He killed the third base and he just made sure that the third never got up and running for Gerald. Never did get up. And now we're getting into game number 2. Cool. It's going to be on at King's Cove. It's going to be a King's Cove. Now, what I will say as we load into a much larger map is that if Ryung wanted to be as assertive and as aggressive this time, it's going to be a little bit difficult. It's going to be more difficult, I should say, than on Amygdala, as this is a much larger map and it is much easier to defend your 3-base setup here. We'll get into it. As spawning in the top left-hand corner of King's Cove, we have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Team Vitality, leading the series 1-0. It is Ryung. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Streamer Zone, down in the series, but looking to bounce back and looking to tie things up. It is Gerald. We go. And again, welcome to King's Cove. It's 2017 all over again. It's been a long time, but this is a very defendable natural base. As you can see here, there's a ramp coming into the natural, a very narrow choke point as well. But my eyes on Ryung because the SCV is moving out across the map. Hello. Hello, Mr. SCV. What's going on? Annyeong haseyo. As the SCV does dip in behind the tall grass here. Are we going for the eBay block? Looks like we are. Okay, it's going to be an eBay block here by Ryung, looking to disrupt the opener of his opponent. Yeah, the eBay has been placed. Gerald scouting for a proxy, does check for a proxy Rax, and in a way there is a proxy, it's just an eBay, not a Rax. As Gerald, he checks the third location, checks the fourth location as well. He is looking for the proxy, and this means that the eBay is going to get well underway. So a very nice start here by Ryung, as the eBay almost does complete, and with that he's going to be forcing the unnatural natural out of Gerald. He scouts, he sees the eBay, has to expand elsewhere. Ryung, he's already there. Oh no, oh no. He's already there. He is already there. We could even delay even further with that SCV. Back at home, Ryung getting into his own factory follow-up. Now, the reason for this, as we should be able to expand momentarily, but the reason for this, even though it's a single gas opener, because resources are spent on this eBay, Ryung cannot afford a CC, so he's forced into a factory instead. And from here, he can go into an add-on swap. He can go into something like Helium production or even Cyclone production as well to try to harass and try to chip away at Gerald. Gerald does expand on location, but this is a very late expansion for the Protoss. Is a late expansion. Ryung sees on low ground. There's the add-on swap into Hellions. Okay. I'm assuming. There we go. Hellions are on the way. Ooh, meanwhile, I mean, we are on a much larger map here, and Gerald, for the first time this series, for the first time tonight, does not open Twilight Council, he opens Stargate. Okay, interesting. Stargate open out of Gerald. This has fallen out of fashion in the meta. For the most part, we don't see it as often as we used to. Like, Phoenix Colossus used to be the go-to. Like, every single TvP for years became monotonous at some point, but it used to just be Phoenix Colossus time and time again. Nowadays, a lot of Terran players have gotten much better when it comes to punishing Stargate play, so Stargate play is less common nowadays. It is now safe to open up. Safe to open up with Blink. Adept will delay the expansion, but is going to be shut down as more Hellions are amassing. Meanwhile, Phoenixes are on the way. This could be the beginning of Phoenix Colossus, or this could be Phoenix into charge lots. Regardless, Phoenixes, their goal is to maintain map control, to shut down drop play, and to pick off high-tech units. But there's not going to be a lot of Phoenixes, and here come the Hellions. If Gerald doesn't wall off, he's going to be in trouble. Hellions are on the way. 3 Hellions, 1-shot a probe, and we have 4. And they dive in. They do make a pass to the wall, into the main, into the mineral line. And probes are going to get roasted. There's not enough on the ground. The probes are falling. One Hellion gets lifted, but it doesn't matter. Oh, when they line up, that's 8. 8 probes going to be falling. 9 probe kills. 10 probe kills. And with that, that is worth it. That is worth it here for Ryung. He still rallies 2 more Hellions into the natural. More probes going down. And again, this is also why this is a very risky way to open up from the side of Gerald, is that it can be difficult to deal with early game aggression. Whether it's Reaper, Hellion dives like this. Ooh, and Ryung, he's embracing mech. It's time to mech it up, papi. It's time to make it. Let's go. Let us go. Still feels like 2024 for me. No, yeah, this is more rare here. I mean, hey, it's the first time we're seeing Stargate Phoenix in today's broadcast. Much rarer sight. Meanwhile, Mac fields are on the way, which means Ryung can go for a second factory into Mass Cyclone. Oh boy. Did I say Cyclone? I meant to say the Cyclone, Bobby. Let's go. The Cyclones are building up, deflecting the initial Phoenixes. We'll see if we do go for a second factory or not. For the time being, like, this Cyclone response is just really solid against Phoenixes. Phoenixes, they can't really touch the main army with all these Cyclones. But I'm curious if we commit a little bit harder. But now, third CC's on the way. Main army moves out. And again, this is also a big reason as to why Phoenix openers can be so difficult to get away with. Because what do you have against this army? 2 Vikings, 2 Cyclones, Mass Marine is moving out across the map. What is there to defend? I mean, there are Phoenixes, but they can lift up 1 unit at a time and they're out of position. The army was missed. Gerald, he missed the army, he's out of position. He will harass, he will delay the third, but here comes Ryung into the natural. Phoenixes, they get into the natural base, they get some more SCVs. The Immortal is going to pop out. And it's all about this Immortal. He's going to try and hold on. Does focus on the first Viking. Gets the Viking. Zones away the army. Phoenixes, they were recalled back home as well. And he holds. Again, if it wasn't for this Immortal, it would have been a very difficult defense here for Gerald, but he does hold on and he does deflect Ryung. So far, so good. Up. Lock-ons on the Stalkers. Scan to take down the Stalker as well. Maintains the lock-on. Goes to the Phoenixes. Gets 1. It's a Phoenix. We'll get a second Phoenix as well. Barely not. Whew. Shield battery does maintain it. Second factory's on the way. It is going to be Battle Mech. Going to be straight up Battle Mech here. And in the new patch, with the old Cyclone, Battle Mech is more viable. It is more viable here against Protoss. If you were watching StarCraft back in 2022, 2023, this wasn't necessarily a common build, but not unheard of. We'd see players like Gumiho, like Ryung as well. I remember even Nickrecht having a Mass Cyclone build that he would whip out from time to time. Oh, as a third base is denied. Gerald stuck on 2 bases. Across the map does catch a Cyclone, and he will scout the factories. The Mass Cyclone, bye, let's go. The Cyclones are coming. They're coming back. As Ryung, he rotates. Going for the third. Once again, his win condition, just deny. Deny the third base. Contain the Protoss for as long as possible. Gerald, he just cannot expand. He's supply blocked. He is going to be supply blocked back at home. Cyclone's going to be wreaking havoc. But nice catches, though. I do appreciate the value that Gerald is getting with these Phoenixes. Just came to the production. Picking off 1 Cyclone at a time. And finally, Ryung, he's racing back home. He's racing back. He has now realized that these Phoenixes are becoming a problem. They are becoming a problem here. As so far, 3 Cyclones have fallen. 8 SCVs. And picking up the final Cyclone as well. Just barely. Phoenixes are out of energy. They have to get the hell out of here. They pull away. Now, on the one hand, these Phoenixes, they've got a lot of value. On the other hand, Ryung has a booming economy. He's on 60 SCVs plus mules. He's on 3 bases. And Gerald, he's still stuck on 2 bases. This third is heavily delayed for Gerald. Now, he does have potential with this army. I would say he could maybe even break his opponent if he had a little bit more energy for some lifts. Oh. Oh my god, the lock-ons are brutal. One Phoenix goes down. Gerald is going to rotate. Never going to be going up. Up! It's going to be a late Nova though. Doesn't connect. Does go down. Cyclones, they lock up. They pop off. Jesus, oh my god. They bully back the Stalkers. And Gerald, he has to retreat. He doesn't reinforce all the way. He's just going for it. He's committed. He's going for an all-in. It's all or nothing for Gerald. He's trying to break through. More Stalkers falling. Lock on the Immortal. Oof, gets a lot of damage. A lot of damage in the army. Gerald, he backs off. Now he's forced to saturate that third, but he's still behind in workers. He still has catching up to do. At least he saves the Immortals, but he lost almost every single Phoenix. Down to 1. And Ryung, he's securing himself. He's securing himself, getting into more tanks, more Cyclones, a double armory for double upgrades, embracing the mech, papi. Let's go. This is a risky maneuver by Gerald, by the way. That is 2 Immortals in the Prism. Scan reveals saturation, so Ryung knows the third base is fully operational. Ryung, he knows. And one wrong step, one misstep here to Gerald, and he will lose these Immortals. Like, he has to be so careful against the Cyclones and the Vikings. See, Vikings are set up here after the third. No, oh, Vikings also set up here at the natural. Oh god, okay. Okay, they don't see each other. They don't see. But Gerald, he should not push in, otherwise he will lose this. Going for a ninja base. Okay. Double expanding, going for the 4th and going for a ninja 5th base as well. Let's go, going for the hidden expansion. It makes sense considering how far behind Geralt is. Does make sense. Disruptors are amassing. Stalker still being active. Ryung getting his 4th base up and running. So Ryung is still just maintaining that economy on that 4th. And so far we're calming things down. We're calming things down. Ryung, he's just embracing his tank production, embracing more Cyclones. Widowmines on the way as well. Because why the hell not? Oh, finds the Stalkers. Nova's going up. One Stalker goes down. Nice tweak up there for Ryung. Gerald's pulling back. Let's pull back. Hellions, they attempt to run by. So far, Gerald keeps up. Likewise, more Hellions. No, they find the ninja base. No, the ninja. Ryung, I mean, he wasn't even looking for it. He was just rallied across the map. But he does find a couple of free probes. Likewise, the disruptors. No, the Novas. Nova's going to be going off. Do they connect? They do. They do connect, but the disruptors are still exposed. 1 disruptor, 2, 3 go down. Only 1 survives. Ay. Not like this. That was not worth it here for Geralt. And Ryung, he's maxed. He's maxed out, and now there's only 1 disruptor left. Now up to 2, but still, that was brutal. The mortal drop comes in. Will distract. Going for a warp in as well. Not bad. The Prism will be hunted down, but this will delay. At the same time, the main army's going to be clashing. And here comes Ryung. Boy, he's got 6 tanks. Mind Shot grazes the army. High ground in favor of Ryung. And he's rotating over. He's going for the ninja base. He's going for the ninja expansion. He will bring it down. Stalkers, they do catch a tank. Not bad. They will find some reinforcements as well. Ryung, he please another Hellion. Drilling causes research, of course, so detection is required. Gerald, he's buying time, building up his disruptor count once again. Building up more disruptors. Oh! Chases down some of the Cyclones. Gets 2. It's a handful of Cyclones. Yeah, diving on reinforcements. Better trade here for Gerald. But he cannot push into the tanks, and Ryung is coming in from behind. He's flanking the army, at least trying to. Viking getting caught out. Oh, massive tank shots going up. Oh my god, so many stalkers fall. That was brutal. The tank line was insane. Ryung is pushing forward. Getting closer with those tanks. Purification Novas are trying to buy time. Nice collapse here, and Gerald, he's going to commit. Does dive in, and Novas that don't quite connect. There's no more Zealots. The tank shots are brutal, and the army melts. Ryung, he breaks through. Takes out the Gateway Army, pushing into the third. And Ryung, he can snowball from here. He has done it. Again, Battle Mech. Now that we have the old Cyclone, it's possible to pull off here in this matchup. Takes out the Stalkers, gets us over the Robo. Reinforcements on the way, they collapse on the fourth. GG gets called, and Ryung will take a 2-0 lead. GG. GG, well played. Ryung will take a 2-0 lead, and now we're getting ready for potentially the final game of the series. I hope not. I hope we get a back and forth, but the pressure is on Gerald. Pressure is on. And we'll see if he can bounce back. I want to believe. I want to believe he can. I want to believe he can bounce back here as we're getting into Game 3. It's going to be on Whispers of Gold. Oh boy. Likewise, we'll see what Ryung goes for. In general, Ryung has been very aggressive. Even though Ryung played mech this game, he was very assertive early on with his early move-outs, with his early aggression. If you remember, Gerald had a very hard time taking a third, and this is actually the case both in Game 1 and in Game 2. Due to Ryung's aggression, he could not break the natural, of course. He could not break the natural whatsoever, but it wasn't about breaking the natural. It was about denying the expansions. It was about denying the third base over and over again, just starving Geralt out, taking an economic advantage, and snowballing from there. That's kind of been... I mean, Ryung, he's gotten there in different ways, but that has been kind of the win condition for Ryung so far in this series. And we'll see if Geralt can keep up and recover. As we are loading into... Ooh, a map that we don't often see anymore. We're loading into Whispers of Gold. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, I see este Neo Shaggy in the chat. Ga, papi, ga, este Neo. ¿Qué tal? ¿Cómo estás? Cuídate, papi, cuídate. So here we go. We're getting into game number 3 and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Whispers of Gold. We have the South Korean Terran player, the Blue Terran, the favorite player here to take the entire tournament. And can he be stopped? Can he be slowed down? Representing Team Vitality, it is Ryung. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Polish Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Streamer Zone down in the series. Can he bounce back? Can he make a series out of this? I hope so. It is Gerald. Let's go. So we are going to be settling in. And Ryung does mix it up. He's going double gas. So this time it's going to be a double gas opener out of Ryung, going for a faster factory. This time there is no eBay block. If you remember last game, an eBay block was thrown down and we saw a really delayed... I mean, I was speaking about how Geralt's third base was delayed, and it was, but even his natural was heavily delayed as well in Game 2. This time he can expand freely. This time Geralt can settle in, but we are loading into Whispers of Gold. This is one of the more aggressive maps in the map pool. The third and fourth base locations are very open. They're a lot more exposed, and the rushes by ground is short. Short rushes by ground as well. So if Ryung wanted to even go for a 2-base all-in, I do favor that on Whispers of Gold. I do think there is a place here for 2-base all-ins here. For now, factory's on the way. Further back, so Geralt's in the dark. He doesn't know what's going on. For all Geralt knows, it could be economic. There could be a CC on the high ground even further back. So Geralt's in the dark. Is in the dark. Back at home, shield batteries on the way. Ryung is building up, moving out with his first Reaper. Making his way towards the natural. Doesn't make his way across. So far, Gerald, he holds on. Will force Ryung back. And with the help of the hallucination, Gerald, he will confirm that it is not going to be at least a one base all-in. He spots the factory, spots the CC and the high ground as well. He knows that Ryung is soon to expand. Starport is on the way. Now again, because of the faster factory, because of the faster starport, this can lead into early drop play. We could be seeing a fast medevac, and we could go for an early like cyclone tank drop across the map. This could also lead into a second tech lab on the starport into Banshee play. There's a lot of aggressive potential here for Ryung, and it's going to be on Gerald to figure out what's going on. And he's going for a proxy pylon. You know what it is! Twilight Council opener proxy pylon. This has to be DTs. Now we saw this early. We saw this against Euthermal, if you remember. And Euthermal, he was quick to tap out as he did get caught out by the Invisible Man. Show us the dark. Show us the Dark Shrine. Show us the DTs, papi. Blink is on the way. Huh. We still need some more gas. Still waiting for it. Reaper moves out. Hallucination as well. Cyclone is in position to deny the hallucination. And will cache the Phoenix. We'll shut it down. Gateway has been placed. Okay, what do we have? Okay, so it's going to be 3 gateways back at home, 4th gateway across the map. We might not even go for the Dark Shrine. This could just be 4-gate blink, and we could just double down and be hyper aggressive here. Let's go. As Ryung, likewise, he pulls the boys. As we mentioned, when it comes to double gas openers here, there's a lot of aggressive potential. It looks like it is going to be, yeah, tank drop. Tank drop across the map. We have the medevac, we have high ground vision. More reinforcing tanks on the way. Now, Gerald, he will slow this down. Nice force field. Slows down the army, but he will still lose the Stalker. Stalker does fall. Army moving in. Shield battery is done. Oh, but that tank volley is brutal. Gerald, he's in a lot of trouble here. He's up against the wall. Gonna be harassing across the map. He's crazy. Going for a zealot run by. Meanwhile, Ryung, he's pushing in. Getting within range of the production of the gateways. Nice because here with some of the Marines. Marines are going down. Zealots are getting across the map. They delay reinforcements at least. That's another gateway falling. Gerald, he's down to 2. And he cannot push into this. Not anymore. This position is just too brutal. Cyclones, they get 2 more Stalkers. There's 2 Stalkers left. And Ryung, it looks like he has broken the natural. As he's now within range of the shield batteries. Zealots across the Stalkers across the map as well. Okay. We're killing SCVs. Okay. Gerald's popping off. Getting 13 SCVs across the map. At the same time, though, Ryung, he's breaking through, takes down the pylons. That's going to be 15 SCVs falling. Gerald is going to try to hold on to the main. Nice blinks. Nice control. Oh, but we'll bleed out one more Stalker. One more Stalker going down. 18 workers did fall. Gerald, he does get behind the army. Mineral lines under fire. Probes are not falling. Gerald, he needs Zealots here to try to collapse on this. He's just going for a counterattack. Going for a counterattack instead. The natural base is going to fall. Ninja. Let's go. He's getting a ninja base. He's just giving up on the natural. He's done with it. He's out of here. There are 2 tanks at home to defend, though, so I don't think Gerald can actually get much done here. Especially with a tank on the high ground. Speaking of, tank shots going up. Oof. Gerald has to retreat. Ryung pushing in. And there we go. We force a recall. Stalkers a recall back home. They catch the medevac. Oh my god. But Gerald, he has no production. He has no gateways, he has no depots, he's supply blocked, I should say. He has no pylons. So even though Gerald has money, he cannot warp in. He cannot warp in. Oof. It's a Viking. Meanwhile, Ryung, he's somewhat aware of what's going on. There we go, he does find the Zealots. And that is a tell that there is a proxy pylon across the map. He finds the random Nexus, though. He's going to knock it down. Dark Shrine is on the way. That's what I assumed was going to be happening earlier, if you remember. I was like, yo, DTs, but it's too late at this point. It shouldn't finish. Stalkers, they break out of the main. They're moving out across the map. The Nexus will fall. The Dark Shrine might actually finish, though. It might complete with DTs. Oh, that's scans. Never mind. Plenty of NG, plenty of scans available here for Ryung. So DTs will not end the game. Not this time. As Gerald is looking for another way in. Rotating over. Ryung maintaining his position. Stalkers, they try to collapse in on this. Losing a Stalker. DTs warp in and they're making their way towards the natural. There is no turret, but again, there is a scan. As long as Ryung notices, oh, DTs are revealed. There's a scan. He gets one, he gets two, he gets almost three. Likewise, defensive DTs as well. Let's go. There's another scan. Gets the Dark Templar. Stalkers come in for the snipe. Let's go. Gerald is popping up. Takes out the tanks. He will break out. He will finally expand, assuming the space survives, and it should. It should survive here. But as the dust settles, Ryung, he's still on 2 bases. He's still on 2 bases. He has mules available. He's getting to stim. He's got a high tank count. He's secure back at home. Gerald, he did save all of his probes, though. And look at that resaturation. Did save his workers. Back up to 2 bases. Gerald, he's still in this game. I don't think he can break this, but he's still in this nonetheless. As he shouldn't try to push into the natural. Like, that's a little bit too ambitious. Oh, calm down. Shouldn't try to push in. Going for a going for a ninja expansion. Let's go. Going for the hidden third. Gerald working towards Storm as well. Okay. Storm is on the horizon. Ryung moving out with a drop. He's spotted by the probe. Stalkers, they rotate, they respond. And Ryung is contained. So far, so good. Ryung is contained. See someone asking, is this live? Shout out to the bot for responding, but yes, it is live. If we ever have a replay cast, then it does typically say replay cast in the title. As a heads up. Yeah, we're live, Pappy, we're live. Storm is on the way. Almost done. Ryung, he does skirt around the edge. Making his way towards the third. Gerald, oh, he spots it! Dives in! And he does get the medevac. Massive pickup. Medevac goes down. Marines as well. Nice spin up here by Gerald. Very nicely done. As the Dark Shrine is going to be shut down. But Gerald getting up to a 3-base economy. He does take an economic lead. Let's go. Storm is now done. He has an army. And, despite the chaotic early game, Gerald, does he bounce back? The point, let's go! I was going to say, still no third CC. The points are being pulled. It's all or nothing for Ryung. And Gerald, he will come across the army. Or will he? It's going to be close. Third base gets spotted. Gerald, does he storm in time? Up! Does he storm? He does! Massive storm on the SCVs. Yeah, massive connection. And he's got 2 more storms. Oh, they do connect. Yeah, massive storm to buy a 3rd storm as well. Oh, and a 4th. Thank God he has storms for days. It's crazy. The SCVs, they evaporate. The Marines as well. High Templar going to be sniped. But there's almost nothing left. We're down to 2 Marauders, 2 tanks. And a handful of reinforcements here. Archon doing what they can. does trade. Zels they catch reinforcements. And the longer this goes on, the better it is for Gerald. As Ryung, he lost every single worker. He's down to 20 SCVs. He's mulling his heart out. Rotating over, Ryung, he did scout the ninja base. He's aware. Gerald, he does miss the army. He doesn't know where it is. Ooh, takes some ice shots to the face. And Ryung, he does collapse here on the expansion. Gerald trying to come in from behind. Saves the probes. Does have someone. Ooh, he blinks in! That was not it. Yeah, brutal blink there from Gerald. Likewise, is a very marauder heavy composition. 2 storms get thrown down. He has 2 left. But Gerald, he is having a hard time trading here. He has to retreat. Ryung pushing forward, going for the expansion. Now, as a reminder, Gerald, he can lose this. It doesn't matter. He can afford to lose the 4th base, as he's already on 3 bases. Like, it's fine. Compared to a player that's 2 base all in, or 1.5 base all in. Zels, they try to catch reinforcements. Gerald, he pulls away. Nice catch. Storm on the tanks. Ooh, High Templar get focused down. Oh. Gerald, he's in trouble. No more storms. No more storms left. Did overextend with the High Templar. Has to pull away. And Ryung, he's pushing in. Yo, I'm getting some Ryung versus Nickrak vibes from this game. He's trading his heart out. Oh, going for the Stalkers. Tanks finally go down. And he gets another High Templar. Another High Templar falls. And no shot. Ryung, can he still pull this off? He kills the 3rd. And now Gerald's in trouble. Losing 2 bases. Yeah, 2 bases going down. Ryung. Make him desperate and he can pop off. Ay, ay, ay. Again, if you missed out on Ryung versus Nickrak earlier today, I recommend the VOD. As Ryung was dead in the water and he was insane earlier. And here as well, he breaks on through, getting on top of the High Templar. Storms, they tickle the Marauders. Boys are being pulled. Gerald trying to force this back. He's holding on. Leading out probes. More Marauders rallying in. There's another storm available. Ryung trying to drag the army into Widow Mines. Shock goes up. And Ryung, he will deny the expansion. Up, up. That's a kill. That's a kill, not a cancel. Nexus goes down. Those are the final storms for Gerald. But the blinks, barely enough. Gerald, he holds. He's holding. Takes down the Marauders. There's 1 left. Force back. And where exactly are we? So Gerald, he does have the better economy. I should say he has the better worker count. He has the higher worker count, but he's oversaturated. He needs a 3rd. He needs a 3rd base. And he's been denied the 3rd time and time again. Ooh, brutal blink. Once again, he gets punished. 3 Stalkers go down. That was not the blink to go for. Gerald's a little bit too adventurous. Gets punished. Yeah, punished for the blink. Ryung is still in this on 24 SCVs. Despite that, he has an efficient economy. Or as efficient as Gerald's, I should say. Storm goes up. Ryung getting forced back. Preserves his units. And again, you can see here, even though Ryung is down to 26 workers, he's mining efficiently from what little patches he has. And Gerald's, again, he's oversaturated. His long distance mining, despite the high worker count, it's really not what it seems. And Ryung, he's landing his main. He's taking the 3rd. If this 3rd base, as this 3rd base lands, Ryung technically has better mining. He has the better economy. As he lands the 3rd, a fresh mining base. Gerald still long distance mining, still no 3rd expansion. Rotates over. Storm's coming in, the High Templar exposed! Ooh. Double the storm, 1 High Templar goes down. There's 1 storm left. Archon forced to morph in. And there's more storms coming in behind this. Oh, High Templar gets targeted. And very nice control here by Ryung. He focuses down the high NG High Templar. Gerald, he misses the storm. Mine shots go up, and Gerald, he will lose the army. He will lose the army, lose momentum. And Ryung, it looks like he's done it. No shot. He was completely all in. He was dead in the water. Like, Gerald, he had such a strong start engaging in the center of the map with those storms. Such a strong start. But Gerald, he took some really rough fights. If you remember, Gerald, he blinked into the army multiple times, losing so many Stalkers. So better engagements by Ryung. despite being all in, despite being down in supply. Again, he had the more efficient army, takes down the Zealots, stimming in, going for that Templar. He gets one, he gets both. Storm pops off. He's down to 3 Marauders. And it still might be barely enough. Oh my god, the juggling! Another Storm. Kills the medevac. But Ryung, again, he's done it. He has done it. He's broken the back of Gerald. An insane all-in here from Ryung. Gerald, he was so close to holding multiple times. But Ryung never cut him out. The tuna, he wants the turtle. Oh my god. As he will kill the expansion, GG gets called, and Ryung, he will take the series 3-0, becoming, for the first time, a Tenacious Turtle Tussle champion. GG. Crazy. GG, well played. Game 1 and Game 2 was much more of a dominant showing from Ryung. It was much more one-sided. Here in Game 3, Ryung, he was forced into an all-in. He was hyper-aggressive. Gerald had a very, very nice engage in the center of the map with his storms, where he was able to shut down the army. He killed most of the SCVs, and Ryung, he was running out of steam, but he was able to rotate. If you remember, he killed the 4th base, which at the time was fine. He could kill the 4th, but at the same time, he was able to out-position Gerald, catch out the Stalkers multiple times, out-trade Gerald, and kill the 3rd. Once the 3rd went down, things were looking very dicey for the Polish Protoss player, and yeah, somehow, some way, Ryung, he pulled it off from there. GG. GG, well played. Congratulations. Ryung will take it. GG, well played. And yeah, congratulations to Ryung. My condolences to Gerald, but what I will say is I don't want to take away from Gerald's accomplishments here, because he played very, very well here in this tournament. Winding it back, if you recall. Oh. Winding it back, if you recall, as we head on over here to the brackets and have a look at our results here. Okay, from the top, Ryung, he took down Rebellion, he took down Nickrat. Again, if you miss out on the VODs, I recommend Ryung versus Nickrat. It was a very, very clutch series, and was very back and forth as well. Definitely one of the highlights of the night. But likewise, so Ryung, he was able to make it to the finals. Gerald, he did not have an easy road either. Gerald had a crazy hour-long best of 3 against Vindicta. That was 1 hour for 2 games. Gerald and Vindicta, they went the distance there in their series. It was very close, very back and forth. Gerald did take down Vindicta. Likewise, Gerald he made up for that in his series against Uthermal. It was an hour-long best of 3 against Vindicta. It was like a 15-minute or like a 10-minute series against Uthermal. Very short. Did go the way of Gerald as well. So Gerald, he worked his way through 2 Terrans, but then he went up against the beast, the tuna himself. Ryung did come in as the heavy favorite. Ryung is the highest rated player in the tournament to begin with, so it was all about, could anyone stop Ryung? Nickrat did his best, did bring Ryung to the ace match. Gerald as well. I mean, I could see this series going longer. I could see Gerald taking that final game. I could see this going to game 4, maybe even game 5. I do think that Gerald can contest against Ryung. Ryung is still favored, but I could definitely see Gerald taking maps and even a series on a good day. But today was not his day. Ryung did close it out. GG, well played. Well played here to the Dongwon himself. Well played. Now Gerald can sleep at 5 AM. Yes, now Gerald, he has our permission to sleep. Get some rest, Papi. Get some rest. If you're out there, if you're in Europe, if you're in Europe, get some sleep, because it's 5 AM. Buenas noches. Buenas noches, Papi. Buenas noches. So, let's go. GG, Gerald put up a good fight. He did. He made Ryung work for it. 100%. 100%. And with that, congratulations. Congratulations to our top 2 players, of course. Shout out to both Uthermal and Nickrat, as we do pay our top 4 for the Tenacious Turtle Tussle. And if you want to help support this tournament, if you want to help boost the prize pool, you can do so via Matcherino, !Matcherino in the chat. Shout out to Stegosaurus, Proto-Stegosaurus, for boosting the prize pool. He does add 75 USD to the prize pool as well, so much love to Proto-Stegosaurus. Does allow for the prize pool to be even greater for these 4 players, and if you wish, you can do so as well in the chat by boosting the prize pool through Matcherino, as the prize pool is now up to 235 USD. Not quite. 225, that's it. 225 USD prize pool for this week's tournament. So GG, well played. Meanwhile, if you are unsatiated, if you want some more StarCraft, then we got you covered in 8 hours. Let me just double check. Our next cast on the channel is going to be in, yes, 8 hours time. We're going to be live on this channel with the Master Coliseum Asia qualifiers. For those that are curious, Master Coliseum is the next big online tournament, a big prize pool. The best of the best players should be there. Players like Cyril, Rainer, Max Pax, Clem, Showtime, Hero, Dark, Beyond, the best of the best should be in this tournament. They have been historically in Master Coliseum. And again, this is because it's an online tournament, Max Pax can compete and will compete as well, most likely. So Master Coliseum is this month, but the qualifiers are this weekend. 4 days. 4 days of qualifier. Tonight is the first qualifier. Tomorrow is Europe and the Americas. Day after is Korea. Day after is the global qualifier. So 4 qualifiers back to back to back. In 8 hours is going to be the first one. But even before that, in 5 hours time. In 5 hours time, we're going to be live with the Pondcast. If you're curious, what is the Pondcast? That is our weekly talk show where we go over the week's news, where we go over the week's results in StarCraft, and of course we can talk about the patch going live, of course, the map pool, Home Story Cup. We're probably going to be discussing that, the results, the performances, and the event itself. We'll be going over that during the Pondcast and some other news as well. So again, that is going to be our talk show in 5 hours. Until then, do I nap? I can't nap. I would love to nap, but I'm going to go get some breakfast. I have not eaten yet today. It's 3 p.m., baby. It's 3 p.m. I'm going to go get some food. I'm going to go get some breakfast. Likewise, I'm working on the Alima League VODs. For those who do not know, Alima League was 2 days ago. We did cast it live, and I should be able to finish working on the VODs today, and I should be uploading the VODs to YouTube tomorrow. So if you missed out, if you want some of that Alima League action, then we got you covered on YouTube tomorrow. They will be uploaded. Otherwise, again, if you want to follow us, you can support us by following us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Discord. All things Cranky Ducklings. We do post whenever we go live on the social medias like Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And again, we upload on a daily basis over on YouTube as well. Plenty of VOD content on YouTube. So that is the place to be, if you wish. Is the place to be. Here we go. I see in the chat some people asking, did Euthermal change his nickname to Sasa Tequila? He did, because he's in Mexico. He's in Mexico, Pat. So, in honor of him going to Mexico, it did name change. True. But otherwise, we are wrapping up. Otherwise, we are wrapping up here for tonight. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for tuning in. You're so nice. I like your vibe. Oh, thank you, Dark Templar. Thank you. Gracias. Do appreciate it. Again, we go live on a daily basis. Or for today, for example, we have 3 broadcasts today, 3 streams. That's a lot of streams. So we're quite busy here. That's one of the things we're proud of here on the Cranky Ducklings. We are live more than any other stream out there. We cast more than Steadfast, more than Wardy, more than Pig, more than Rotterdam. All the content is always here on the Cranky Ducklings. We might not have the quality, but we have the quantity. Kappa. The quantity is there, papi. The quantity, the streaming, the casting. So again, we have a very busy weekend because of Master Coliseum. Again, there's KSL on Saturday. Cheeseadelphia, very quick PSA. If you're in the Americas, Cheeseadelphia is a big event happening in Philadelphia, of course. It's a big event, a big offline event in the Americas. We will be the official English cast. That is going to be on Saturday. So in between Master Coliseum qualifiers, we will be all over Cheeseadelphia as well. We'll be all over Cheeseadelphia, bring you that North American StarCraft. I don't know who's going to be there. I know that Dolan's going to be there. Epic's going to be there. Your typical local American talent should be arriving. I did ask Vindicta. Vindicta won't be there. Unfortunately, he's on the opposite coast. I think it's like he's on the opposite side of America, and it's quite an expensive flight to make it to Cheeseadelphia. So unfortunately, it's not really ideal for Vindicta, but plenty of other players should be there instead. And again, we'll be casting that here on the channel. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. We do appreciate it. Stick around. We're gonna be giving another StarCraft streamer a raid. We'll find someone to send everyone over to. So give them some love, give them some support. We'll find someone to raid. Otherwise, we'll see you guys either later tonight or tomorrow or whenever. We'll see you when we see you. We always have some casting to do. See you next time. Until then, hasta luego. Ciao, papi, ciao. Hasta luego.